Good evening, class. So we are going to continue the session from where we left in last part. Okay, that is something related to uh, database connectivity, JDBC, and we are going to see the how to insert a record using JDBC. So we learned in last session there are four steps where you're supposed to create a connection object. That connection object is having these three parameters: URL, username, password are the three parameters we require. URL means where your database is located. Okay, so we are using host server name, and this is by default MySQL port number, that is 3306, and this is the name of my database. My database name is MSME, and I created a database inside this localhost. So if you see this MSME folder, the database which had a student value, and I'm just deleting this to record because it was empty initially. So this particular database is not having any kind of folder record. This is a structure, roll number, name, age, and percentage. Okay. So we also learn that whenever you use any kind of a driver, so there is a COM MySQL JDBC driver you are supposed to add inside the library. Okay, so there we stop in last session. So we are looking for those library. I already added MySQL connector of Java version 5.3. Initially, that was not there, so I'm just removing it and showing again here. So this is my by default library JDBC 1.8, and when I click on add library here, so it's giving me a list of what the library here. And inside that, I'm looking for the MySQL JDBC driver. So I'm choosing and adding this MySQL JDBC driver. So it's giving me all kind of what the classes, especially MySQL JDBC com class package we are looking for. Because if you see that because of that package, we are able to access the uh, various JDBC uh, driver here, and that drivers are available here. And there is another package called as a Java SQL. Okay, so these are the SQL package where you are getting a connection driver manager. So if you want to see, you can directly refer these to Java document. So if you see our last connection, mm, regarding the concept of database connectivity. So I explained these are the four steps, and you see the database connectivity here, that there is a UI, and there is a type, it's a four type of what driver: type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, and we're using type 4. And there is a front end and back end. We also learn that if you see Java database connectivity here, uh, and in that we learn, so there are four kind of order steps here. The first is we have to create a connection interface instance. Okay, so there is a connection interface. So if you look for the first step here, so there is a step one. And in that step one, we are creating a connection object. So this is my connection object. I already created here, and this is my connection object. So if you want to see a Java doc here, so I'm going to show this is interface connection. And that interface connection has n number of what the abstract method. And interface is a collection of what the methods, and you can write the body of what those method, whomsoever is using that. Okay, So this is a connection object. I created CONA here, and then I load a driver here. So this is a class. Is a There is a class which name is class here. Okay, so it will create the runtime object of the name of what that driver. So it's creating a reference of what that MySQL driver. So for name is a responsible or creating object of what the type one driver. Okay, yeah, so you can't write like this driver equal to new driver kind of. So that is another way when you are creating an object. So this is another way where you are creating an object of specific driver type 1, type 2, type 3, and type. So we are using type 4 driver, which I already installed in my libraries, and that is the reason I'm able to do that. Okay, so now moving towards the next step, and that is the step which we are looking for. Okay, and what are those steps? So it's saying that you are going to create a statement object, because I already created these two steps, one connection interface object, and another is a driver by using com.mysql JDBC driver. Okay, now I want to create a statement object, so I'm choosing a statement object here. So there is a statement. The second step is I'm creating a statement object. So whenever you are creating a statement object, you should implement the respective class of what that statement object. Okay, so the Java is giving you Java SQL dot statement. So please remember, when I'm not implementing, initially I'm creating this. So every time when the Java database statement, you are creating a statement object, it's giving you two type of statement. One is uh, three type of classes are there. Don't import the bean statement class or MySQL JDBC statement, uh, because Java is giving you a skill part here, and you are going to use import this class only. So this is Java SQL statement here, and there are three kind of what the statement. And those three statement you are supposed to use at the time of when you are firing a statement to the database here. Okay, so one is a simple statement, second is prepared statement here, okay, and third is the column statement. Column statement. So what is the use of this? Okay, so if you want to fire a simple query, okay, simple query, you required a statement object, as I told you. If you see, statement object is firing a SQL query here, okay, and that query goes to the database through connection, and those queries based on select statement, insert statement, update statement, and delete statement. So once I fire a query here, it's generating the output as a result set, and that result set object will take care of what this entire query. Okay, and then we can bind this result set object to here. But in our insert, update, delete, we are not binding any result set to the user interface. Okay, we are only checking the SQL query and their execution, insert, update, delete, and exit. Okay, so exit I already created. So when I'm choosing a statement object st, okay, so I need to reinitialize, means I have to create the initialization for the statement. So only we are declaring a reference, and there is a connection interface object where it's has a method called as a create statement, and its returning data type is statement here. So if you look at that, so whenever I want to initialize my statement, I have to initialize this statement by using create statement method, okay, which is a part of the connection interface here. So my HT is now initialized here, and now it is ready to accept the query. Okay, so if I'm choosing HT dot, then saying that you can execute a query here, SQL query. You can execute SQL query with a group of what the columns or array of columns. So n number of mm, overrided methods are there. So these overloading methods with a different signature. So I'm interested in only executing a string SQL here. Okay. So you are supposed to write a query here. So I simply write for testing, insert into student. I know I'm going to insert values inside the student. And for testing purpose, I'm using this roll number one because it is automatically generated. So even though if I'm taking a number one, because of there is a in structure, we define these as a auto increment part. So if you see the structure here, so there is a AI auto increment. So whatever the numbers are previously generated, the further number is automatically generated. So even though if I'm taking a one here, it will not help me. It will ignoring this roll number, and it will take auto generated. So I'm putting AAA as my name here, and next is age, so I'm putting 23 age, and the percentage is 55.6 35 56.35, and this is my simple query which I'm executing here. Okay, and so I'm not taking any value from the user interface, just for checking whether the statement is connection statement, query statement is executed here, and you are inserting a data in a respective uh, database or not. That only I want to check, so I'm just running it, and just pressing insert part here. So it's saying connection failed. Okay, because why connection failed? Because it's saying that the connection which you are uh, is established, it is not available, or it is not proper here. So let me check why it is not proper. So I'm choosing insert into student. This is my query which I'm executing through a statement. So if I use a simple statement with the execute part here, okay, and I want to replace this with some query. So what I'm doing here, I'm creating a statement, say string query here, and instead of writing those content here, I'm just passing the query, okay, as a query statement. Okay, and I'm closing it here. This is my bracket. I'm closing, and I'm just passing the query here. Okay, and how I came to know that this my execution is successfully executed. Okay, so by seeing all this stuff here, so when I'm clicking on that, so no error is there, but my data is get inserted in my database. I will check that. Yeah. So data is get inserted here. So this is roll number one, and a 23 and 56.35 is a value here. So if you see, all these values are get inserted here. Okay, when I'm using this query insert into and values. But this is not the way I supposed to insert, because I'm taking the value from the user input here. So this is my user input, and I'm putting those value here, and then that value must be added in there. So I need instead of whenever I'm taking a parameter, I need another statement object, and that is called as the prepaid statement. So when we are passing runtime parameters, okay, to query, at that time the prepaid statement is used. And when you are using store procedure, okay, store procedure is a one kind of what the procedure the people are using for inserting, updating, deleting record. Okay, so this is one kind of script, and that script will fired through a trigger or the cursor, and directly you can call through some event. So callable statements are using. So professionally, most of the people who are writing a store procedure for insert, update, and delete. So at that time, the callable statements are used. Okay, so we are restrict ourselves for prepared statement and statement. But if you are interested in that, I will show at the time of advanced Java session. Same thing I will show with the help of JDBC and Solid there. Okay, so if you look at the store procedure, callable, prepared statement, and a simple query. So I explain what is simple query. So I'm going to replace this with a prepared statement. So I don't want, I'm taking this value and a specific value I want. Okay. So in whenever you are giving a specific value, so you should write the field name. I'm writing a field name as a name, age, and a percentage. So let me check what is the data type. So I'm choosing a structure here. So name, age, and the percentage. So not a PER, so it's a percentage. So I'm using, these are the field name, and I want to insert a values. I don't know what values it's going to insert. So three parameters, so three question marks I have to write. So this is my query, and instead of a statement, query statement, I'm just using another part here, and I'm choosing, there is something called as a prepared. Okay, statement. So this is my prepared statement, and I'm using PS here. So if you see the prepared statement here, okay, so there is a class, and that class is nothing but a prepared statement class. So I'm just deleting it here because I have to show how to, when you are entering this statement, at that time this information is saying that you have to import the Java SQL prepared statement class. Okay. So I want to initialize this page. So I'm initializing the by using connection object, and there is a prepare statement part here. So I'm choosing a prepare statement, and I'm passing a query here. So once I pass the query, my prepare statement is going to execute the query. Then who is going to pass the parameter? So prepared statement itself is passing the parameter, and how I'm going to collect the data. So I'm just collecting data from the input components, and those input components, I know the first is a roll number here. So a roll number is automatically generated, but still I'm using it. And here I'm choosing a parsing here, integer dot parse it, and I'm using txt roll number is the name of the object, and there is a get x. Okay, so you already familiar with this is txt roll number is a name of what object, which is a JField kind. So if you see, this is txt roll number, txt name, txt age, txt percentage, and this is a record number. All these are JText field kind of what the objects. So I'm choosing getting the value from there, and I'm going to store that value inside my the roll number here. So this is a roll number of integer kind. So if you see, I'm collecting the value here, and that is the value is called as a roll number. Okay. So another value I'm taking, that is a name. So I'm, instead of writing roll number, I'm using RN and NM. So it's again txt name, because it is an integer type, so I directly write string name here. And okay, I'm using my txt name dot, and directly there is a get text here, and so written data type is string here. If you look at the right hand side, the written data type is given, it is a string type, so I don't need to do any kind of what the parsing. Now third part is age. Again, I need to do a parsing, because PHP age get text is returning the string kind of data, and I want to convert these into integer kind of data. So I'm choosing a parsing here. So you already familiar with the wrapper class called as a integer and double and float and the uh, integer, float, double are the parsing classes who are the wrapper classes who are converting string kind of data into the respective primitive data type. Okay, so next is my uh, data is according to this. It is a double kind, this is integer and text. So I want to choose a percentage as a double, so I'm choosing double pr, and then I'm using a parsing here. So double dot parse double here, and taking the value from txt per dot get text. Okay, and so I'm taking collecting all the data from input. Okay, from input component. So I'm collecting the data from the input component. Now I want to pass this to my preferred statement. So whenever I use this, so there is a PS object, and I'm saying I want to set the first uh, is it's a string kind of data, and I just want to put this is NaN. It's a string kind of data because the first parameter is a name. Second parameter is an integer kind of data, so I'm choosing set int here. And I have to write an index number, and this the second is what the age kind. Third is a double kind, so I'm choosing a set double here, and writing a parameters, the third parameter, and the object name which I'm using, that is percentage. I'm not using RN anywhere because I have not mentioned, because it is automatically generated. So once the query is get executed, so I have to execute my query. So there is a step 4, and you can execute a query by using execute query, and it's written a result set. And if you want to show the result set, you are allowed to collect those result set data here, but we are not generating any result. We are not generating any kind of what the selection statement. So we are only updating the data. So in that case, we don't need to execute this query which return the this part. So I'm choosing execute update here. So it's going to update the entire part. So query is executing, and once the query is executing, then it's actually returning a result set which we are not uh, collecting any kind of the results object, neither we are binding this. I will show you in a different way where I'm collecting the information uh, from the select statement here. So this is my query executing, and I execute this update. And for my uh, for user reference, I'm choosing some dialog box here and saying show message dialog box, and here I'm writing this and a message, a record inserted successfully. Record inserted successfully in the message which I am showing here. Okay, so let us run this example. Run this tutorial number 5. So my record is now a second record. So I'm choosing second record and saying name equal to BBB, and the age is 45, and the percentage is 56.76. And when I click on insert, so it's saying connection failed. Okay, why it's saying connection failed? Let me check. Because execution part is it's a execute update or only execute yeah, it's execute update only, and I have to check the prepare statement query I have already created, and the three values are there. So name, age, percentage, and into it's correct. So if you see name, age, percentage, and the values, three question mark, and create statement, and everything I execute as per the this part. So why the connection is giving me error here? I think I have not. No, I added the line. Okay, record inserted. PS execution is there. That is executing it. Yeah, correct. Maybe some file, some data is not closing it. So I'm choosing a third. Maybe a record is already available here. So I'm choosing a CCC and 45 and 67.87, and I'm inserting the record. Now, still it is connection failed is showing. Means I have to check the error here. So insert into name, age, percentage, student. Let me check. Okay, all are available here. Let me check my database name and clicking on browse. So first record is there. I want to add a second record. Lives. Okay, let me. So username is XYZ. Yeah, username I created yesterday. That is username is XYZ and which has all kind of water privileges here. Uh, yeah, I can write my own name, but okay. Username, driver manager, pet connection, everything is there, which is same like as this code because I have used created this code roll number integer uh, string name the text parsing double and here the question mark three parameters I'm using. Student values insert into name, age, percentage, and student values. The query is correct. So insert into student name, age, percentage. Insert into student. Yeah, so wrong. Here I have to write insert into student. And then the table name must be actually writing first. So I wrongly placed the query here. So I'm running this right now and insert into student and the parameter and then values. So I'm inserting a student roll number 2 and using the BBB and the age is 34 and percentage is 56.67 and I'm inserting a record. So it's saying record inserted successfully. So let me check in my browsing windows. So I'm clicking on student here and looking for yeah. So second record is get inserted BBB 3456.7. Why this is 5? This is 5 because I already created the 4 record and deleted previously, and that's why auto number generated that is the fifth number is generated here. So you want to reset that numbers, then you can alter this entire record count, okay, by firing a query and it will start from 1, right? So whenever I inserting the third record, it's going to choose a 6 automatically because automatically auto record is there. That's why I told you that mm, do not consider the uh, a record number, roll number, because this roll number is actually I have to deactivate this and I want to insert name, age, and the percentage only. Okay, so n number of records I can use, even though if I write CCC here and some age like 67 and a percentage 87.56. I mean, I'm inserting a record So I'm saying input. The first input is required. So I'm inserting a record. So third record is get inserted here, and if you see and browse again, then the next add six number is automatically coming. So this is all about the prepared statement when you are passing a parameter to what that. So if you want to use this for updating, then you have to fire the query according, and all the statement you are actually choosing here, you are going to replace this insert with the update and update student, and you are going to set the value by using where class. Okay, and updation is taking place. Similarly for a delete, also you are going to do the same thing. So only query you are changing here. So I'm just selecting the query, and all these collecting data for a specific. If you want to use this data in somewhere here in action perform, so you can declare this by writing collecting data here. So this, once you collect this data, so that data is actually applicable for you for all the functions. Okay, so therefore I'm setting inside uh, the outside the block of what each events. Okay, so this is the step two, not step two. This is for adding the record, inserting a record, and this is for updating record. And for that updating record, you are going to use the update query and choosing string query, and you are using a where clause. So if I'm choosing say update table, so if I simply write update student, and you are going to choose a set command here, and set name equal to question mark, comma set age equal to question mark. Okay, and comma set uh, percentage equal to percentage equal to question. And where you are, your uh, primary key is a roll number. So if you're seeing where roll number equal to question mark. So what do you mean by this? So this is a question mark which you are setting here. So as per your requirement, you are selling taking this value and updating the contents for the same. So whatever the data are there, so you are taking a value from the user and setting inside the roll number here. So you can take the value from the user as an input. So whenever the people are creating for update, they are updating a record, and you will see that updating a record here. Okay, so I'm choosing a prepared statement again. Okay, and a prepared statement is executing this query, and I'm selecting the new value here. Okay, so this is my prepared statement, and this is my query connection query here, and this taking this surrounding this by uh, block. Okay, and so prepared statement will execute here. I'm assigning a name, age, percentage, but this is a name, this is age, and this is a percentage. Okay, and the last one is I have to choose, and that is set integer again, and this is the fourth one, and this is for roll number. So whatever the roll number we are entering, accordingly the data is get updated here. Okay, and before that you have to know the your uh, record. So I'm choosing PS and choosing execute update here. So execute update will execute that query here. So execute update will execute the query, and it will update the data accordingly. So whatever the question marks are there, we are using this. And for roll numbers, so I'm choosing a roll number as a new value. and rest of the value I'm taking for name, age, and the percentage. I'm taking the input from the user here. So there is a again J option back. Okay, and that there is a confirm. So there are input dialog box. So here, so if you see show confirm dialog box, and there is a confirm show input dialog box, and it is always taking the value in a string format. Okay, so I'm taking enter the roll number is my mm, uh, roll number for update the record. Okay, so accordingly I'm updating the record here. So I'm entering a roll number, and that a string kind of what a roll number here. So I want to convert so strn here. So I want to convert strn into integer. So I'm choosing rn equal to integer passing. Okay, and strn I'm passing. So whatever the string uh, value I'm entering, suppose I want to change a record number one. Then I will set the data according. Okay, so I'm just running this file. Okay, so whatever the new value I have set, that I'm going to choose. Okay, and so let us see what data, existing data. So if I want to change my record number 5 here, so I'm selecting a record number 5 and giving a new name to what that file. So I'm writing a Bhanudas, and the age is 34, and I'm writing a percentage 88.99. And when I click on update here, so it's going to update the records. I'm choosing the update part here. So it's asking for a record number. So I'm choosing a record number, and updation is taking place. So let me check whether the updation is taking place or not. So I'm clicking on browsing the data. So updation is not taking place here because of uh, the where class where roll number equal to I, which is a parameter 4, and that value which is not there. Check again. So it's supposed to change my roll number content. Okay, so this is HTRM taking from the user, and name, age, and the value which I already having, that is AG. Okay, a name and the percentage. I'm getting newly getting from here, and I'm setting that value as a name equal to the new name, and age equal to the age, and the percentage equal to a percentage. So whatever the new value are there, that is get replaced. Okay, so let me check, and here supposed to show updation. If something is happened here, then it will show actually option one dot show dialog. Okay, show message dialog. Okay, message dialog here, and ready. So updation, no updates. If something wrong happened, then it will show like that. And if it is updated, then it will show that record updated is successful. Okay. So record updated successful. I just want to check sometimes when you are opening the mm, so update student. So I have to check the query of SQL update. Uh, so if you see SQL update query from any W3 school, okay, so update table is there. So I'm just writing a directly update table, set column, comma, column 2, comma, column 3, and then where condition that I'm doing. Update student set name equal to some value, that is question mark, then comma, then set age equal to I don't want to set again, I think. Okay, I have to choose age equal to and percentage equal to, not wrong. That is maybe the problem, because I have using a multiple set part here. That is the reason the things are not working. So I'm not writing a query properly here. Okay. So I'm choosing a roll number 5, and the new data I'm choosing Navandas, and age 45, and the percentage is 99.99. And when I'm clicking on update, so it's asking for 5. So I'm clicking on OK. So my record is it's giving some error, the null pointer. Uh, okay, exception handling. Okay, so maybe there is a problem regarding what the event we are actually trying. That is button update event. Yeah, it's correct. But BTN update action listener is there, and it is initialized. BTN update is initialized. Okay, I mean, yeah, it is initialized as update, delete, and exit. All are initialized. Uh, Still, it's giving me error. That is the error regarding the update student string query. Oh, some initialization is not taking place. Okay, so let me yeah, do this and declare rn here. Okay, instead of so rn, maybe that two things are different here. Okay, so let me check. Maybe initializations are not taking place because of wrong number. Okay, so I'm choosing a Ganda, and some number here, and then age 34, 5, and it is 77, 80. I'm updating the record and using a 5 here and clicking on OK. Still, it is giving me error, that is null pointer exception. Okay. Uh, some initialization are not taking place, and that is the AWT event 0. Um, okay, and so action perform. Yeah, I initialize all the things here. Why it's not giving me? Okay, so initially, new variable. Yeah, it is there. Still, it's saying that having use let me take outside the class here somewhere here. And some record are some values are not initialized. Let me close this application. So two applications are running in the background. Okay, so I'm running this right now. So okay, I'm looking for not this. I'm looking for tutorial number 5. Running this. Yeah, looking for a record number 5. The giving some new value. Uh, okay, I got it. See here what we are expecting, whatever the data we are clicking on. Once I click here and button update, so directly action perform is yeah, but it is taking the value from here. Okay, so I will separately uh, initialize. Okay, maybe It's coming here and the problem, initialization problem because of this. Okay, this is not a, correct practice, but I'm showing it. Okay, uh, so let me check. It's because of some. So I'm writing age 34. Its is 88.1988 and click on complete, entering the data here. Okay, still null pointer exception. So some variable is which I declared here, which is not initialized properly. Age is there, uh, everything is there. So initialization is not taking place here. So prepared statement I have created. A query with a where clause. So update everything is there. And so total number of positions 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'm using where roll number equal to the question. Okay, so whatever the roll number is there, uh, that is integer value, and that integer value is rn. It is rn. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm running this right now. So this is the record number fifth, and I'm writing and age is 34 and percentage is 88.93, and updating here, clicking on 5 and yeah, still the null pointer exception is there. Okay. Abstract Java. Okay. Yeah, right. Why it is happening? Let me check. A lot of see, once you know how to update, the same thing you are going to do and replace update with what, delete, and there you are using aware class. Okay. Uh, so connection object is there and connection initialization are taking place here. So read, yeah. So the driver and everything I have to use as a step one here. So everything I have to create here also. Okay, as a step one. Okay. And this is my step two. Okay. So all connection of what other respective ones I have to use it. Class. Okay. And that class is again I'm using the connection field. Okay, I have to write a connection. I forget to write a connection statement, which is the same as your previous connection. So class not point here. If the skill function has some option. Okay, and string class not found kind of exception and correction kind of, or no updation kind of exceptions. Okay, so I'm saving it and running this tutorial number 5. Okay, so let us see the 5 and the name is, and age is 35 and the percentage is 97. And I'm clicking on update, say name one roll number. Yeah, record updated successfully. The connection object is not available, and that is the reason I'm not able to see. So I'm just browsing it here, and yeah, look at that. This particular data BBP is get replaced with this. So in this way, you can update the record. Okay, so here you are updating a record by taking the value from the same thing you can do with the deleting. So this is insert, update, and delete. So I'm just selecting the entire part here and copying it. Okay, here in my uh, including catch. Okay, so everything I'm going to copy from this to here. Okay, I'm copying and pasting inside the delete. What I'm going to change here, I'm choosing my delete uh, part here. So I'm taking a number, enter the number for delete here. Okay. So we're going to delete the record. So I'm choosing delete student where roll number, okay, equal to question. And my prepare statement is only taking a roll number here. Okay, because I want to delete that record and I'm choosing RME here. So that specific record is deleted successfully. So we will not get that record again. So choose this the record here. So it is integer kind and I'm choosing int here. Okay. So record deleted successfully is taking place here. So when you want to delete a specific record. So I'm just selecting here and I just want to delete that record. We write a roll number here, choosing a delete option here. So saying that the format in pushing number format exception. So I have to enter. This is not again the right practice because you are actually using this and asking for the roll number here. Okay, so when you click on button delete, so it's going to enter a roll number for delete, and for that you are taking a roll number only, not other value here. Okay, so I'm just deleting those things here, which is not essential. Okay, and I'm looking for roll number. So running this and entering a record number 5 and say delete here. So it's asking for enter a roll number. So I'm saying okay. So no updation. Okay. So it's giving me a wrong output here because no deletion instead of that. So why this deletion is not taking place? I will show that because yeah, PA says to delete from student. So I have to check a query here. Again, the query is not proper. So I'm choosing delete query in SQL. So there is a delete from, I think, if I'm not wrong, and that is a delete from uh, table. So I use the query here. So student delete from, is going to delete that record, specific record which is matched with the roll number. So I'm selecting a roll number here and selecting a roll number again here and say okay. So record deleted successfully. So let me check my second record is deleted or not. So choosing a browse option here. So my second record is deleted and showing 1 and 6. So this is the way where you can insert, update, and delete the record. Okay. So there is a other options are available where you are supposed to replace a roll number with the combo box. So whenever the things are get loaded, all the inserted record will display here on this combo box. Okay, so I will share one video, okay, along with this, and there I'm going to explain the select statement and how we can bind the result set. Okay, so today is the last session, but I'm going to give some extra video here where it will show that how you can generate the result set object. And that result set object you can bind here, and whenever you are selecting any roll number, the respective information will show inside the input boxes. Okay, and then you can update, delete, and record, and you can navigate the record by using first and last and previous and the next button here. So in next video which I'm sharing, okay, tomorrow, and there and in that video I'm going to explain this navigation panel. So please go through it, and automatically you came to know the entire process of what database connectivity. So thank you. It's a nice journey with you people, and uh,